Welcome to our channel Animation Rundown for a fun recap of the Ultimate Spider-Man, The Avenging Spider-Man, Part 1 or the first episode of the third season of the TV show. The friendly neighborhood superhero Spider-Man and his team, White Tiger, Iron Fist, Power Man, and Nova, are saving the city once again. This time, they are saving the city from Dr. Octopus, instructing his team to fight. Dr. Octopus, Spider-Man, and the others easily defeat him and knock him off. Little does Spider-Man know, a few people were watching him. These people were none other than the Avengers themselves. They kept watch on Spider-Man throughout his fight with Dr. Octopus and were thoroughly impressed. All of them voted for Spider-Man to become the newest member of the Avengers. The moment Dr. Octopus was knocked off cold by Spider-Man and his comrades, the Avenger members, Iron Man, Black Widow, Thor, Clint, Hulk, and Captain America enter the scene. Although Spider-Man could not be happier, he has the lingering feeling that he isn't ready to be an Avenger yet. His whole team reassures him that he should join the superheroes as the newest member. Spider-Man finally gives in and accepts the Avengers' proposal. They enter the ship of the Avengers, where Spider-Man could not hold on to his excitement. They reach the Avengers Tower. Iron Man's AI, Jarvis, instructs Spider-Man that the team was waiting for him in the room located in the second room down the corridor. To his surprise, when he enters the room, he is attacked by multiple machines shooting lasers at him. Unsurprisingly, Spider-Man tackles them with ease. When all the robots were down, the Avengers team entered the room. They told him that this was a test for him officially to join the Avengers. After saying this, he hands Spider-Man his Avengers keycard along with other high-tech gadgets. Spider-Man talks to them about how he is still not ready to reveal his real identity, that is, Peter Parker, to them. They understand Spider-Man's situation and he thanks them. Just then, they are alerted of trouble somewhere in the metropolitan city. First off, they fight a vicious dragon named Fin Fang Foom, which Spider-Man helps defeat. After fighting, Captain America sets Spider-Man aside and informs him about all the combat mistakes he made. Then they fight a sea villain named Atuma. Spider-Man makes a good impression on the Avengers by lassoing the sea villain straight into the ocean. Spider-Man kept defeating villain by villain along with the Avengers. Later, while fighting a French villain, he meets his old team. They started talking about how things have not been the same since his departure. But before Spider-Man could say anything, their emotional reunion was interrupted by a lady. She started shouting with joy that Spider-Man had saved the day. Hearing the lady exclaim, more people gather around Spider-Man and start cheering for him. His team left with the French villain with frowns on their faces. Back in the Tricarrier, a mysterious armed man shows up in front of Dr. Octopus's prison. He starts showing the footage of Spider-Man fighting various villains, such as Fin Fang Foom and Atuma, alongside the Avengers. Dr. Octopus's response to this revelation was that he wanted to be left alone. However, the guard changed his appearance and Loki emerged in his true form. He enters Dr. Octopus's prison with ease and introduces himself as Thor's brother and the only god of mischief. He helps Dr. Octopus free himself from the devices restraining him, and together, they teleport out of the ship. The two teleport into a dark lab, and Dr. Octopus questions Loki about their location. Loki answers him by saying that this was his restored underwater base. In no time, Dr. Octopus is equipped with Asgardian technology and Loki tells him about his main motive. He tells Dr. Octopus that he wants him to make the venom so that he can destroy the Earth. This is when Dr. Octopus tells Loki for this to happen, he needs a sample of Spider-Man's blood. And lo and behold, Spider-Man's life is put in danger. Talking about Spider-Man, back at the Avengers Tower, Spider-Man can be seen hiding from Hulk. He is tired and needs time to process about what has happened in such a short span of time. Just as Hulk leaves his room after breaking his room's door, Spider-Man escapes through the window. He might have not done that if he knew that Loki was waiting for the right moment to attack him. Spider-Man tries his best to get out of Loki's grasp, but Loki makes it impossible for him. He tries to summon the other Avenger members through his keycard, but Loki burns it to ashes. He crashes into one of the rooms in the Avengers Tower and casts a spell on Spider-Man. The scene shifts from the tower to Loki's underground base. A portal opens there, but instead of Loki entering, Dr. Octopus sees Spider-Man setting foot in the base. Without missing a beat, Dr. Octopus starts attacking the wannabe Spider-Man, but he stops when Loki tells him that it is actually him, but disguised as Spider-Man. Loki said that he had switched minds with Spider-Man and uses Spider-Man's secret identity as leverage for Dr. Octopus to be loyal. Dr. Octopus takes Spider-Man's blood sample and misses no time to start creating venom. Back in the Avengers Tower, you can just imagine the fear in Spider-Man's eyes when he sees that he has woken up in Loki's body. He tries to calm down and worriedly tries to think his way out of this mess. But he makes a mistake by accidentally firing on Hulk's back with Loki's spade. Even though Spider-Man tries to explain his situation to Hulk again and again, Hulk was not ready to listen to him. To Hulk, he was only Loki, the criminal on the run. Hulk gives Spider-Man such a mighty blow that he lands in a room situated above them. In this room, the Avengers were practicing with look-alike models of villains, and Hawkeye was getting tired and wanted to fight a real villain. That is when Spider-Man lands in the room. Talk about bad timing. Once again, Spider-Man tries to explain to them that he is not Loki and is actually Spider-Man, but none of them listen. They fight him and end up hanging at the edge of the building with Thor staring at him. Spider-Man attempts to explain his situation to Thor, but Thor does not even bat an eye at what he was saying. Thor says that he is not Spider-Man, but the Prince of Lies, and that he is not going to waste his time listening to him. Hit by Thor's hammer at a DBC billboard, if Spider-Man was thinking that things could not get worse, he was in the wrong. In the DBC billboard, J.J. Jameson starts ranting to the city's people about how big of a menace Spider-Man is to society. He shows the public footage of Spider-Man leading Venom symbiotes who are destroying anything that came their way. Through the news, Spider-Man had Loki's plan all figured out. He realized that Loki wanted to use his body to wreak havoc all around the Earth. He tries to fly with Loki's body, then disappointedly realizes that Loki can't fly. He is put into an awkward situation as he has to go to his destination riding on a bus with everyone's eyes on him. Spider-Man could worry about the awkwardness later when a symbiote attacks the bus. Spider-Man resorts to using the staff to fend off the beast. While the Avengers fight Loki in Spider-Man's body and the Venom symbiotes, they come to a late realization that Loki had actually switched bodies with Spider-Man. Now they were all trapped by black ice and could not budge. Loki, who was standing on top of the building, tries using Spider-Man's spidey webs to try to get a better look at Thor's defeat. Expectedly, he wasn't good at it. When he finally attaches a spider web to a building, he slams straight into the wall because he does not have the skills that the real Spider-Man has. Spider-Man spots Loki slamming his body straight on the wall from the bus he was driving. He quickly gets off and grabs Loki and starts beating him up. Then Loki tells him that he is foolish because when they switch bodies, then his body will ache terribly. Listening to this, Spider-Man tries to harm Loki's body but is unable to do so, mainly with the logic that Loki was a god, not a normal human being. His body can withstand more pain than a normal human being on Earth could. He starts walking towards Spider-Man, aiming for his staff. Spider-Man uses Loki's staff to stab him in the stomach, but that turned out to be a mistake. To make things worse for Spider-Man, Loki grabs his scepter, which causes a bright light, through which the Avengers, who were fighting the Venom symbiotes for ages, were able to find out their location. However, before they came, Loki slyly switched back his and Spider-Man's souls back to their original bodies. Loki proved his title as the God of Mischief when he made the Avengers try to strike against the real Spider-Man again. Even though Spider-Man tries to explain to the Avengers that it was him inside the body, the Avengers made the mistake of not listening to him again. This is where the episode ends. If you want to see more videos like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Animation Rundown.